Time now for Midnight Baseball, episode number 110. I'm calling it the bright lights. Yes, the bright lights are upon us because Major League Baseball's 2017 postseason is upon us. The journey to win the World Series is now available for 10 teams, right? Starting tomorrow night with the Minnesota Twins versus the New York Yankees in the Bronx. Great matchup between Irvin Santana, Luis Severino. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that matchup coming up, along with a few kind of tidbits and highlights that you might want to look for before the postseason starts that I think are going to make a big difference on who is holding the trophy, drinking the champagne, and celebrating the 2017 World Series. All right? Before we get into that, I'd like to take a quick moment and reference the terrorist attack in Las Vegas last night, Las Vegas, Nevada. A lot of bad things are going on in this world, and baseball is always a bright spot. So please, baseball, use the bright lights of Las Vegas to shine bright for us and get us through these hard times. Use the game tomorrow night. Use other games that we can do and help the people of America, whether it be in Puerto Rico, Houston, and now in Las Vegas. We look for you in the game of baseball and the fans to do great positive things. Continue to do that, and let's just support everybody, okay? Back to baseball and back to the postseason. And my story number one tonight is Andrew Miller's right knee, right? The Cleveland Indians, or I call them the Cleveland Natives, right? The tribe are on a roll to go to the World Series, but last year in the playoffs, they used Andrew Miller repeatedly, time in and time again against the Toronto Blue Jays for 2 innings, against the Boston Red Sox, and then finally to get to almost Game 7 against the Chicago Cubs. Miller's right knee's been hurt. It's the plant knee on his sidearm coming home. So if that bullpen's not solidified, I think that the Natives might be in more trouble than they know, even though they have great players like Lindor, Ramirez, and the rest of that lineup, okay? Topic number 2 for me is going to be Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw's first inning of the postseason of Game 1 of the divisional series, I think, is the most important inning of the whole postseason. If Kershaw can come out, dominate that first inning versus the Diamondbacks, or maybe versus the Rockies and Chuck Nasty and Nolan Arenado, it'll build confidence with the Dodgers and their organization. But if Kershaw happens to give up a few runs in that inning, Dodgers lose Game 1, look for this momentum that has kind of caught up to them in the second half after this great historic run to really kind of bury them into the playoffs. We all know I'm a big Dodger fan. We know that I predicted the Dodgers to win the World Series from the very beginning, but they're in trouble if Kershaw comes in trouble in the beginning, all right? Pay attention to that inning right there. Number 3, Bryce Harper's health, okay? Will it be a distraction in Washington with Dusty Baker? Michael Taylor may be playing better. Maybe Alejandro De Aza is a better option. I don't know. Jason Worth. There's a lot of different guys playing great baseball in Nationals. So if Harper's injury is holding them back, let's see what Dusty does to the lineup to keep the morale and Harper's beautiful hair of lettuce from distracting the team. Because we know Harper's from Vegas, and I know he's feeling a heavy heart just like everyone else today. And I'm not disrespecting that by any means, but don't try to prove more to your home people. Don't try to do more than what your Nationals need. Dusty Baker will be the architect behind that. I can't wait to see how that plays out during the postseason. All right, now to the game tonight. Let's get to my 2 hot topics. It's leadership. Leadership for the Minnesota Twins. I watched an interview today between Joe Mauer, Paul Molitor, and Brian Dozier, and Paul Molitor seemed to be more fired up about this game than the 2 players. Now we know we've got great players on Minnesota coming up, right? With Polanco, the shortstop, Eddie Rosario, the other guy, not Polanco, I'm blanking on it now, Rosario, Escobar, right? A lot of these guys are playing great baseball, but I need fire from Brian Dozier. I need fire from Joe Mauer. I'm not seeing it. That's why I'm picking the Yankees to win tomorrow. 8-2 is my score, right? Irvin Santana has had a great year, but if his slider isn't perfect tomorrow, you're going to see bombs in the Bronx. And I'm putting it on my power arm, the young stud from the New York Yankees, Luis Severino, okay? When's the last time the Yankees have had an ace come up from the farm system? We can't remember it, right? Was it Phil Hughes maybe, or was it these other guys that have kind of come by and left, right? It's not Tanaka, it's not Sonny Gray, because Tanaka's going to leave, right, after free agency, but Luis Severino, the starter for the Yankees tomorrow. Look for him to power, strike out. A lot of twins, okay? 8-2, Yankees win. The Yankees bullpen, also a big story of the postseason. When you get into 6, 7, 8, 9, Chapman, Betances, Robertson, and Khalil, right? You're going to have a lot of problems. So if the Yankees can get through round number 1, they don't have any lefties going on, but they don't have any lefties, right? Because they just got Tanaka Gray. Okay, CeCe's not going to get a start. So they might have some problems versus Cleveland. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the wild card game on Tuesday. Yankees win. And that's what I've got for you today, okay? I'm doing it fun. I'm doing it calm. Hopefully a little bit collective. My name is Spencer.Dodgers. And this is Midnight Baseball. I got gratitude to all my midnight players, my baseball gods for making all of it happening. My nonprofit organization I'm working with all the time, Raklife.org. Random acts of kindness. Please do more and more random acts of kindness in your community, at your baseball field, in your place of work. Maybe it's in your home with your wife. I can probably take a lesson from that. I need to do just more random acts of kindness for my wife and my children and for everybody else across the world, okay? Thank you so much for listening. It's October 2nd, 2017. I'm Spencer.Dodgers, and I'm signing out. Woo!